Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Well, 2 days ago, sad news came about. The Patriots traded Jamie Collins. You know already. You've heard what everyone's saying. You guys know what's going on. I read it when I was done playing football. I went out and played football with a few friends, just messing around. And I grabbed my phone, was about to get in my car, and I saw breaking news, Patriots trade Jamie Collins. And then the rest was ... Couldn't see it on the little update. And I was instantly, all I thought was Joe Hayden. Traded for Joe Hayden. If you don't know, Joe Hayden is a former Pro Bowl corner. Still in his prime, just been hurt a little bit this year. And they announced that the Browns announced that he was on the trading block. So I was like, okay, they're going to get Joe Hayden for him, which is a fine trade. Sure. I mean, I don't know that I would do that, but that's fine, at least. And then I click on it, and I see for a comp third-round pick, not Joe Hayden. They traded him for a comp third-round pick. And that was just, I was lost, I had no clue what the hell to think. We just traded our best defensive player for a comp third-round pick, which makes no sense whatsoever. So, look, I looked around all over the internet. I listened to what they were saying on the radio, on Twitter, everything, and everybody had a different angle, Michael Lombardi used to work with Bill Belichick. He was a former GM in the NFL. And he pretty much lashed into the whole Jamie Collins thing and said, pretty much, Jamie Collins really isn't a hard worker. He saw this coming. He's been very complacent, hasn't really cared about working hard because his contract situation with the Patriots wasn't going well. They wanted to pay. He wanted to get a lot of money at the end of the year because his contract's up, and we weren't going to give him what he wanted. So he was kind of saying, "Fine, I won't play hard." That's what he pretty much said, Michael Lombardi. And the other guys were saying, oh yeah, he started freelancing. Freelancing is when you really don't do what the play tells you to do. The play call, you just do what you want because you know you're really good and you can get away with it. So, and if you don't do what Patriots coaching staff says, you're probably not going to be in the team long. So it's like, okay, that makes sense. That at least makes sense. Like, okay, he's a great player. They're not going to re-sign him because he wants more money. Yes, he could help you this year, but, you got to send a message to the other players on the team. That's not allowed. That is not allowed. We do not allow this in our team. We just traded away a good player that could help us win a Super Bowl this year. A great player that could help us win a Super Bowl this year. Not because we don't want him as a player, but he's acting out right now. And this doesn't mean that Jamie Collins is a bad guy. This doesn't mean that his entire life he has been just a loser and doesn't care about coaching or any authority figures. I'm not saying that. I love Jamie Collins. He was my favorite player on the Patriots. I was devastated when I heard the news. Forget reasoning. Forget the reason. But I love watching him play. He makes big plays. He's so versatile. He's probably, in my opinion, he's the second best middle linebacker. And I know it's hard to even call him middle linebacker because of how often we move him around, but middle linebacker. In the league, in my opinion, I think he's the second best. He's so versatile. He's an X factor on defense. So I was like, yep, when I heard the Michael Lombardi thing, oh, he's lazy, blah, blah, blah. And then I heard that, oh, he's freelancing a lot. I was like, damn, okay. Then the next day, that was all on the day of the trade. The next day, all the coaching staff really commented on it. And the linebacker coach for the Patriots said freelancing was never a problem with him. Never a problem. Never. Michael Lombardi said it was attitude, and that was kind of debunked as well, a little bit by the coaching staff, not Bill Belichick. And then Bill Belichick commented on it in his usual way, as in not saying anything. But he kind of did say something. One of the reporters, I believe it was Michael Girardi, I'm not quite sure, you can only tell by the voice, and I thought it was his voice, asked, what went into trading him? Was it an inability to sign him to a contract extension, freelancing? He just listed a bunch of things. He listed contract, freelancing. Could he not keep the contract situation off the field? Was it attitude? or just a better opportunity for the team. And Bill Belichick didn't say, I got to keep that between the team. He said, if you think about it, in his Bill Belichick voice, he said, and I'm paraphrasing, it could be any of those together, really, if you look at it. So maybe some of those things were kind of an issue, but this doesn't mean Jamie Collins is a bad guy. And I've heard a few rumors that the selling point for Bill Belichick to trade him, to others, obviously every team wants him, but when you only have him for the rest of the season, then he's a free agent, you don't know if you're going to get him back. So why give up a first-round pick for someone you might not get back? So I guess the selling point to the Browns was the Browns have the most money in the NFL to spend. And what he pretty much said, according to some inside source, or it might even be made up, but this is just a rumor, he said, look, Jamie Collins got his ring, he won a Super Bowl, now he just wants to get paid. Doesn't care about the team. You guys have the money to pay him, he will sign with you guys. And I guess that was kind of what made the Browns like, okay, we'll give you a third-round pick. And the only reason I'm looking at this and saying, okay, they're trading him now because they're not going to be able to get him back at the end of the season, and they're getting something for him now. That's the only thing. That makes sense. But if the Patriots did not sign him at the end of the year, they would have gotten a third-round pick in the 2018 draft. They traded him, losing him for the rest of the season in the playoffs, losing that superstar, for a third-round pick this year instead of next year. That's the only thing you gain. You still get the pick, but you just get it a year earlier. So was it worth not having him for the Super Bowl, potentially, or the playoffs, or the rest of the season? So that right there tells me, okay, maybe there was some freelancing issues, or he couldn't get the contract and leave that in the business and play hard. You saw his snap count went down. He only played about half the snaps on defense last game, and that's very uncommon for Jamie Collins. He played 100% of the snaps the first 5 games of the season. Then it was 89%, and then it was 40, 48. So definitely sad, but look, the Patriots do this stuff, guys. They do this stuff. And when I sit here and I say, really, only for the same third-round pick, but a year earlier, what's the difference? Here's the difference. The Patriots and Bill Belichick are always thinking ahead. They have the third most cap room in the entire NFL next year. $53 million. They're the best team in the NFL by far. Okay? And they have $53 million in cap room. Now, yes, they have to re-sign Sheard. Yes, they have to re-sign Butler and Hightower and probably a couple other good players. But guys, they have that much money. That isn't going to take up all the money. And they're still that good. Why? Because they have a quarterback that's willing to take less money. They have a number one wide receiver in Edelman who takes a little bit of money. They signed Amendola to a lot. They made him restructure. They signed McCourty to a lot. He restructured. Chung, cheap money. They found Butler as a free agent. They traded for Sheard on a down year with the Browns. I mean, not traded. They signed Sheard after a down year with the Browns for crap money, and now he's second in the NFL in pass rushes. They traded Chandler Jones because of Sheard. They're like, okay, Sheard is filling that role well. We'd rather get something for him now. So they traded Chandler Jones, and guess who's number one in pass rushes? Chandler Jones, number two, Jabal Sheard. And we're getting Jabal Sheard for half the price. Guys, it's all about how you manage your finances to have a good team now, but be able to make moves in the future and stay flexible, and that's something that the Patriots do very well. So this move doesn't surprise me. That third round pick being for this year instead of next year is a huge difference, because by the 2018 draft, this guy could be already a year in the league and being a stud. So it makes a difference, and I'm sad because I really like Jamie Collins, but you know what? This is a Patriot move. Maybe there was something going on. Nobody knows. That's the only thing I can guess, is there's something going on. And look, the defense hasn't been performing well, guys. They just haven't. And this could just be a wake-up call. Oh, gosh. They just traded our best player. We're going to lose him anyways. They're like, we're going to trade him now to send a message to this team. And that's kind of what I think it was. So, that's it, everybody. I hope you all have a great day. Go Cleveland. I'm a Cleveland fan. No, I'm kidding. No. I'm not a Browns fan, but I do root Ohio. Best of wishes to Jamie Collins. Go Pats, everybody. Have a great day.